listening to the Deep Purple Podcast, a fan podcast devoted to one of the greatest bands in rock history, Deep Purple. Your hosts, Nate and John, cover their shared history with the band, discover new music together, and cover the farthest reaches of the Deep Purple family tree and beyond. Here's Nate and John now.
Welcome to the Deep Purple Podcast, a fan podcast devoted to one of the greatest bands in rock history, Deep Purple. Today's episode is episode 373, Come Taste Something, and coming to you from the suburbs of Chicago, where I just mowed the lawn. I'm your host, Nathan Beaudry.
And coming to you from the suburbs of Providence, I'm your co-host, John, Band Taste Matola.
That's got to be AI.
I couldn't do it.
Band Taste?
So stupid. Yeah.
So what was your prompt?
Oh. There was no prompt because it was J.I.
Whoa, you tricked me.
I did trick you. I thought for sure. I'm just like, if I don't get him on this one, I'm going to have to go back to AI. But I'm just
you just came up with the stupidest thing you could think of. And that's why. See, that's what I'm thinking. That's the only way you're going to get me. If you come up with something really bad, then it just becomes difficult to.
Well, I mean,
discern.
after like Bark, I'm just like. That's one thing that, AI likes to do is it'll just rearrange, it'll just rearrange words and be like, oh, this is creative. It's just like for perfect strangers, like stranger perfect. It's like, what?
Stranger perfect.
Or I don't know, like the House of Blue Light, they'd be like light blue house or
light blue house. That sounds a lot different. It sounds like it's like on the, the house on Cape Cod or something.
Or like house blue. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, I've
blue house.
I've driven that one into the ground, so now you know my patterns. So I'm gonna have to figure out something else next time.
All right. Okay. We're always innovating. All right. Well, welcome to the Deep Purple Podcast, folks. We hope you're enjoying your summer because we're enjoying ours. Hopefully by the time this comes out, there's got to be information about the new album at this point. But
now we don't have nothing.
We don't have anything right now. There's nothing. Every Monday and Friday, I post in the Discord like, oh, maybe they'll make an announcement today, and then they don't. So I'm like thinking that the rumored release date. Well, they said June, so I guess it could still be out in June. It just seems like they would have had something out by now or a single or something.
Sure.
But who knows? All right, folks. Well, if you want to support our show, if you want to support the Deep Purple Podcast, keep up some good things, buy our tickets to go see Deep Purple this summer. You can do so a number of ways. One is by becoming a patron because our show is 100% listener supported and ad free. So if you get some value out of our show, consider giving us some value back. There's a bunch of links in the show notes of things you can do. PayPal, Patreon, show reviews, Etsy store, all that fun stuff. Make sure to check it out. And if you decide to become a patron, you get access to our patrons only Discord channel, our ratings spreadsheet, and maybe soon to be our playlist spreadsheet that we've put together. We'll probably have to give access to that. Invites for all of our live stream episodes, links to submissions for all album rankings episodes, and access to our Too Hot for YouTube Forbidden episodes, which we just finally had one banned after all this time of not getting one banned. So episode 368, Bark at the Moon, which comes out today as of recording this, is only available in video form on Patreon. Otherwise, you'd have to listen to our audio version. So speaking of patrons, we got a few to thank at our executive level. Coming in at the in memoriam tier, the wonderful late Gerald Jerry Kelly and family. The $25 uncommon man tier, Ovis Nakfi, author of Before We Forget. Make sure to get it on hardback when it comes out or on the paperback when, I don't know. Well, I'm assuming it's going to be a big, it may not be released. I should probably ask him about that. Get it in some form when it comes up. At the 20 is plenty tier, we have Alan. At the $10 good doctor tier, we have Dr. Mike Catan. At the turn it up to $11 tier, Clay Wambacher, Frank Thielgard Mortensen, Mikkel Steen, Will Porter, PhDPP, and Michael, don't call him Bradford Bagford. At the $10 someone came tier, Ryan M, Jeff Bryce, Victor Campos, Better Call Saul Evans. And Peter from Illinois. At the £8 lesser known patrons tier, Robert Smith. And rounding out our executive level at the Deep Thoughts by John Matula tier, Mr. Fielding Fowler.
And now, Deep Thoughts by John Matola.
What little I do know, I mean, I did do a little research, so I wouldn't be sitting here like a dummy the whole time, but
Fielding's on fire tonight.
That one's a repeat.
Yeah, I think that's a repeat. I'm going to have to start shuffling in some of the new ones that Mark has sent us. Although I'm sure there's a bunch that haven't been played from this batch yet. And then, of course, the Deep Purple Hall of Fame, starting with
Rich Yangui Shayla. Who the hell is that?
Jorg Planer and Norman Weichelbaum. Thank you to all of you for your support of the show. Then we have upcoming live shows coming up. Deep Purple is playing with Kansas on their 2026 North American tour. August 13th, Mansfield, Massachusetts. A bunch of the crew will be there. Indianapolis, Indiana, tentative August 24th. And then the next day, August 25th, where at the very least, me, Ryan M., and Peter from Illinois will be there. So definitely come check that show out if you are in the area or if you want to fly into the area. Let us know. We're going to get there early, enjoy the wonderful concessions at Ravinia and the wonderful scenery, and not worry about rain or any of that because we will be under the roof, not on the lawn.
Oh,
the tickets are a little more reasonable than for Weird Al. Weird Al under the roof was like some big bucks.
I'm sure.
That's why he's playing the friggin' United Center now.
Jesus, I can't believe he's still that popular.
I think he's bigger than ever. It's crazy.
I mean, I love Weird Al's, but I mean, I can't believe it.
Did you call him Weird Al's?
Maybe. I don't know.
Sounds like the people are on air. I love the Weird Al's. Upcoming rankings show. Come taste the band. Get us your rankings by August 1st. And we'll be doing that at the beginning of the fall. And without further ado, we have one more thing to talk about. And that is, of course, Postcards from the Edge of Connecticut. This one is not a postcard, but it is from, it has my address on both sides, so I'm not going to show you. I don't want John to know where I live. So
too late.
This one is a parcel that comes to us from Connecticut. Taking it out. Okay, there's two things. First is a CD. It says, found in the Roback drawer in the office. Roback writing. When you are done, please send to Mark. And it's a it's a CDR of Led Zeppelin 1. When I'm done.
All right, you're done. Send it back.
Yeah, I think I've heard. I think I have it. I know I have it. Oh no, another fax. Nate, now here is a fella that can fix that driveway for you. It's an asphalt and seal coating. Call today for a free estimate. I wonder if they do driveways in this area. So I don't know. I'll listen to some Led Zeppelin 1. I've been looking to get into them. I wonder what this album's like, and I will, as I call them. This is a recent fax, hot off the presses too. OTS seal coating. Protect your driveway. Save money on costly repairs. I already got a guy. There's a guy in our area. It's like called what the heck's his name? Like something Joe, and his logo looks like G.I. Joe with like the American flag stripes behind it. It's like something Big Joe's seal coating or something. Yeah. And he always does the ones, and mine is fireman's seal coating. It's like retired firemen that do it.
Okay. So, I trust them.
Yeah, they do a good job. They do a good job. My driveway is in good shape. But hey, folks, we're not here to talk about driveways. We're here to talk about our new summer format, and that is, of course, this new thing we are doing, which is to play the random, to select the random song and then play through it, analyze the lyrics, the music, on a little more detailed basis than we did on our normal listen along. So this is a big moment, John. We're about to do the first pull. I've got my spreadsheet open here. All the songs in the catalog except the ones on the new album are in the list. So should we give should we turn on? Oh, I didn't tell you about the purple pewter, did you? Did I?
Yeah.
I told you a little bit about it. I've assembled with all the old parts around the studio. So we had the old studio computer, right? And I got a bunch of I have old hard drives, some RAM, a motherboard.
Some stuff that Pete sent you.
Some stuff that Pete I put in the Encarta 94 CD and the CD-ROM. And I have constructed the Purple Pewter 3000 to pull a random song for us. So the only thing I need you to do is give me give me a number between 1 and 10. That's how many cranks I'm going to give the lever on this thing. And then we're going to see what song we end up with.
All right. Between 1 and 10. All right.
Yeah, between 1 and 10. So what do you got for me?
3.
3. Okay. Let me start up the computer here.
Hello, Commander. Computer reporting.
All right. 3 is entered into the computer.
What? I don't see the same one, do I?
Yeah, you don't see the same one. No fooling here. The song is Mary Long.
Oh, okay.
3 was a good. Oh my goodness, Mary Long off of Deep Purple's 1973.
Nate's favorite song.
my favorite Mark II song. That's why I'm like, it seems like I rigged it, but I did not. It was just a few ticks above a place in line, so you lucked out.
Oof.
Mary Long. So, well, obviously, if you've been listening to the song for a while, you know that this is my favorite Deep Purple song. I wonder if I should share the sheet with you so you can tell I'm not up to any shenanigans. Although hopefully you trust me.
Yeah, I don't think you're up to shenanigans.
I'd have to share the screen though, because we discovered on our last episode that when it pulls a random song for John on the spreadsheet, but if I refresh it on my end, it generates a new song. So
yeah, this has a completely different one for me.
Yeah. What does it have? Well, just out of curiosity, what does it have for you?
Strange Ways.
Ooh. I guess we could alternate weeks too. Like you could pull it next week. You could do the refresh next week if I give you the number, you know what I mean?
All right.
So we each have a chance.
Okay. I like it.
So Mary Long is the song. Well, right off the bat, I guess, what are your initial thoughts about these? Because I feel like I have a lot of thoughts, and so do you.
I mean, it's I can't remember, but I mean, it's not like my least favorite song, obviously, on Who Do We Think We Are? I mean, a couple that I like better than it, but it's it's all right.
I'm going to send you a link to the lyrics in the sheet.
John
is not as hot on the song as I am.
Yeah, the lyrics have been much discussed, but I know kind of what they're about, but I don't really, I haven't paid much attention, but I will now. Obviously.
So yes, obviously it's a mash. This is I feel like this is one of the most talked about songs because there is so much of a story. Well, apart from Smoke on the Water. Did I send you the thing recently where somebody posted on, what was it? It was something about it was something I saw on Blue Sky or something, and somebody was like, "Man, Smoke on the Water." And they were like, in all seriousness, it was like, it was a story about there was a fire at Frank Zappa's house in 1975 or so. It was like everything about it was wrong. Well, I guess Frank Zappa is involved, but I was like, how does people still not only not know what the song is about, but chime off about what it's about as if they know and be completely wrong?
They were like, because people are idiots.
They're like holding court. They're like, well, let me tell you fools a little something you probably don't know about the song. It's about a nasty fire at Frank Zappa's house.
Ian Gillan started it.
All right. So Mary Long, it's funny because I did a Mary Long episode with Scott for his Deep Purple show. So I mean, I don't know how much more what more is there to say about Mary Long? So okay. Well, I guess I guess we don't really know where to place the patrons. Should we do the next round of patrons before we get into the song, or how do we do this here?
Well, we're trying to be breezy, so let's get into our topic. Let's get into the song.
We'll get into the song and we'll do the patron. Well, then we'll have all the patrons at the end.
Then do it now. What are you asking me for if you don't know what the hell you're talking? If I don't know what the hell I'm talking about.
All right. We'll just do it now then. We'll do it live. Our core level patrons. Coming in at the $6.99, the nice price tier, we have Spike the Rock Cat's Ghost and Sugar Tea. At the $6.66 tier, Steve Coldwell. Somewhere here. I'm way down on the sheet. Arthur Smith. Getting support from the patron Arthur Smith. And Charles Meadows at the $6.65 Almost Evil tier. Kenny Wymore, Richie Sucksmith, and Sarah Jane. At the 70 Norwegian Kroner tier, we have Kai Runa. Yes, I'm Norwegian Olsen. At the $5.99, the nice price tier, Adrian Hernandez and
Hernandez error.
Hey, who the hell are you?
And Scallop Scrat Matt. At the 60 Kroner tier, Scandinavian Nights tier, we have maybe DJ Newt Morton Johansson. Nope, doesn't work. At the €50 and 50 cent tier, €5 and 50 cent tier. Woof, 50. Sorry, I didn't mean to sign you up for that. We have Merline Rota. At the £4 Lucy 4 tier, Duncan Leask.
Dancing I want her, dancing I want her, dancing I want her.
And at the $5 moneylender tier, John Convery, German Heindel, Jesper Alman, Alexei the Perfect Stranger, Slepikov, Kev Roberts, Scott Zern, Cynthia Doobie, Raf Kef.
My Czechoslovakian is not so good.
Coyote Bongwater. John Maselli. Sarah Sanders.
No, Kelly Clarkson.
Jellybean Evan Robeson. Purple Swede. Where's the purple Swede? There he is.
Swede.
Ralphie Lee.
I hope to meet you again real soon. You have a good, deep, purpley day.
And Joe Dopefish Sigler.
I hope to meet you again.
I guess this is why we don't record them, so I can mess up.
Joe Dopefish Sigler. I hope you have a good day.
Hope you have a deep purpley day. All right. So without further ado, I guess we just get right into it. I guess signal me if you got anything you want to say. Oh, I got to find the song here. Who do we think? Luckily, I got my my collection here of songs. I'm going to pop this one in the hopper, and then here we go. So that intro, we did have a good talk about that when I was on Scott's show, and apparently, and Mr. Ovis Nakfi did talk about it when he was still writing the book. I had reached out to him and been like, what do you think he's using on that? It sounds like some sort of synthesizer, but he didn't really have any sort of synthesizer before that. So he was really just doing that on this like electric piano. It's when it sounds like it's like something almost sequenced.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So he was really moving his fingers that fast.
Yep.
I could believe it.
Yeah, I mean, he's got the chops.
I mean, if you told me it was anybody else, I'd be like, no.
But what do you think of the
I mean, well, when you do it, how could I not enjoy it?
When I do it, you hate it.
I mean, it feels like a classic Ritchie riff, you know, like you can, I don't know if it was like anybody else playing it. I don't know if it would really, I don't know. I'd have to hear somebody else playing it, but like Ritchie playing it, you could tell that it's like, you could tell it's him.
It's
you know what
like,
I mean?
It's either something's derivative of this or that down, 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 down. That's like another classic rock song that does that. I'm having trouble thinking of it.
I can't recognize it. I just know it as Mary Long.
I feel like it's like a Cream song or something. I don't know, something about it like.
You know what? I think you might be right.
But I can't think off the top of my head what it sounds like.
Yeah, well, these guys were always borrowing off each other back in the day. Yeah, you know, I mean, it's you know, it's hard for me to separate, you know, the tepid nature of this album from whatever I'm trying to say.
I mean, I am
from my opinions. Yeah, you know, I mean, it's, you know, so far so good.
And I am much hotter on this album than you are. So, all right, then we get right into the lyrics here.
Mary Long is a hypocrite. She does all the things that she tells us not to do. Selling filth from a corner shop and knitting patterns to the high street queue.
So, as you know, I'm a big fan of, for me, listening to this as a kid and hearing, I was a big fan of, I didn't understand the Mary White and Lord Longford thing that they kind of melded these two English personalities into one hypocritical purity kind of person. And we, you know, when we were growing up, it was maybe Tipper Gore and the PMRC and all that sort of stuff. And in the 70s in England, it was these two jabronis who were kind of drawing everyone's ire. Right.
So, honestly, I mean, you see these themes like through all generations, but it's, I don't know, it's kind of, I guess kind of interesting because, you know, they said that the song was their commentary on the pro-censorship attitudes of the time, you know, and it's like, I mean, does that ever really go away? I mean, it was those people in the 70s England, and then it was like PMRC like 10 years later. So if they wrote this song for Perfect Strangers, it would have been like Mary Gore or something, you know.
Mary Gore. Well, who would be was there anybody else? Like, I mean, I remember Tipper Gore. There had to have been other kind of like preachy sort of people.
Well, I mean, I don't know, against me. Well, I remember like there was like Tipper Gore, and then there was like Jimmy Swaggart.
Oh yeah, there you go, like Jimmy Swaggart. There was like a little before that. There was like Anita Bryant,
like
but
Tammy Faye Baker.
Yeah. So those would be like the Anita Bryant. So we'd do like Anita Gore
or Tammy Faye Gore. Or...
Tammy Faye. Was Tammy Faye like? I just remember her as a kid just being like crying when her mascara running. Like, was she?
Yeah, because Reverend Jim Baker, her husband, was like caught, you know, being a hypocrite.
Oh, right, because he was stooping somebody probably.
Yeah, so those few people, with the exception of like Tipper Gore, because she was just against the stuff when we were kids, but I don't think she ever got really caught in a scandal. People were just kind of like, and like screw you and all that kind of stuff. But like it was like the preachers and the preachers' wives that got, nailed, and then they were just like, oh, I repent, and all this other stuff, crying on TV. And
I am just a human being, and as a human being, I'm fallible. They would just say a bunch of nonsense, and
right, which is funny because if it happened this year, then they probably would have gotten away with it.
They would have just been like, yeah, I did it, it's fine. And people would be
AI.
like, oh, checkmate.
AI. It's AI.
It's AI. Yeah.
It's fake.
You tell that to your wife when she walks in. Oh, honey, it's not what it looks like. It's AI.
Tell that to somebody in person.
Hey, it's worth a shot.
No, it's look, like I have 6 fingers.
It's just like that Shaggy song. Just tell her it wasn't you. Like it's like, because in the song doesn't she walks in and catches him like doing some chick on the bathroom floor. And he like goes to Shaggy for advice, and Shaggy's like, just tell her it wasn't you. It's like, that's terrible advice. Didn't she catch you red-handed? Just tell her it wasn't you.
Like in that voice.
Yeah, in the Shaggy voice.
Gaslighting at its finest.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's interesting you bring up Tammy Faye Baker. I haven't thought about her in a while. Is she still with us? Is she still in the land of the living?
Don't know. You checking?
Oh. Yeah, I'm checking right now. Tammy. Oh, you just look at Wikipedia. It says Tammy Faye Mesner was, as soon as it says the word was. Oh, she died in 2007. Oh God, it's almost 20 years ago.
Yikes! All right.
So there, and Jim Baker, but didn't Jim Baker just die?
I don't know. Again,
no, he's still alive. Holy crap!
Yikes!
Oh my
God.
God.
What is he like? 1,000?
86.
All right, close enough.
Yeah, close enough to 1,000.
All right, well let's get back to 70s England.
All right.
She paints roses, even makes them smell good, and then she draws titties on the wall. Drowns kittens just to get a thrill and writes sermons in the Sunday Chronicle.
So I like that that's always been a favorite of mine. And like I was going to say earlier, like I loved, even though not knowing the English history of this would have been 20 years in the past for me at the time. I loved just that they were building up this person to hate, because it was just very relatable at that time. So says she paints roses, even makes them smell good, and then she draws titties on the cosy wall. And cosy is a British slang for bathroom. So she drowns kittens just to get a thrill, and then she writes sermons in the Sunday Chronicle. So indicating again her hypocrisy.
Well, there was a little part there where he says the cosy wall, where I heard like Blackmore do a little, which I'd never heard before.
Zoom cut that out, but you'll hear it on the audio.
Well, you know what I did.
Yeah, Bernie, he does a Tommy Bolin.
Yeah,
it's like a pre-Tommy Bolin little.
Well,
thing.
Because usually during our songs, first of all, we're talking through the whole thing, and second of all, you have the volume way louder than usual, so I can hear a lot more, than I typically do, like kind of little just details. So I think that's good.
And so Kazi, also spelled Carsey, or Carsey, originated in 19th century Cockney Polari slang. Yeah, so there you go. Because I did not get that, but I like how they come in with a Carsey. Whoa! It's like, and I think like when they've done it live, I think Roger has actually been the one that said Kazi. I don't think that's him there, but
no, I think that was like Gillan punched in to do that kind of like little, gruff, low down, like way down here type of like cheeky reading of it, so because I think that like live in the studio or whatever, he wouldn't have been able to go that low and then that high that quickly. Yeah. I mean, he's good, but
yeah, it's it's an interesting.
I don't know if he'd be that good.
Yeah, It's interesting. I just like the idea she's drawing. He's like, she says she's all pure, but she's drawing titties.
Which is weird. I always thought that was weird too. It's like, why is a woman drawing titties somewhere?
I mean, it's much less bad than drowning kittens.
Yeah, that's.
If I had to pick one, I'm going with the titties.
Well, I mean, yeah, that one's just strange. Drowning the kittens is just wrong.
Yeah.
So.
All right, here we go.
How did you lose your virginity, Mary Long? When will you lose your stupidity, Mary Long?
So, as you know, I'm a huge fan. I've got to say that's probably not the strongest lyric, although I unapologetically love it. You know, how did you lose your virginity, and when will you lose your stupidity? But I love it.
Rhyming virginity with stupidity.
Yeah, and it's also just like, it's not even so much the rhyme. It's just like I love the line, how did you lose your virginity, Mary Long? Because it's a great line. Because it's like, if you're so pure and all this and sex is bad, then how do you have children? How did you lose your virginity? I think that's a really clever line. And then it's like, yeah, and you're stupid. Like, not as clever, you know what I mean? But yeah. It just, a lot of this is going to be nostalgia factor for me, but I do love that part. When will you lose your stupidity? You stupid. You're stupid.
You stupid bitch.
It would be great if that was the second line. You stupid bitch, Mary Long. Yeah, but that's an abbreviated chorus. We get a longer one towards the end of the song. Then we get to hear about our good friend Johnny. So here we go.
Mary told Johnny not to write such trash and said it was a waste of public money. First they made apologies, but everybody thought the show was funny.
So I find that kind of like what you were referencing. Up until very recently, that was kind of the playbook for this sort of thing. So the line is, what is it? Mary told Johnny not to write such trash, said it was a waste of public money. She made a fuss, they made apologies, but everybody thought the show was funny. So it's basically this guy wrote trash or things that she deemed to be inappropriate or not good. And then she made a big stink about it. And then he had to come out and apologize. That's like a familiar thing up until a few years ago when nobody apologizes anymore. They're just like, oh, you offended? Well, F you.
Yeah.
But that was kind of the thing, right? Somebody, even if it was something really awful, would be like, well, you know, like these preachers, and it was always like the preachers are politicians. I want to apologize to and the poor wife would be standing there with them. It's like, this poor woman, and now she has to be on TV while he's like, I had terrible indiscretions, and and they make up a bunch of bullshit about, and then talk about, and then of course they bring up God and Jesus and stuff like, I'm going to repent and pray that I can be a better husband and father, and a bunch of bullshit. Yeah. I mean, how many times have we seen this playbook?
Yeah. I mean, too much.
All right. And then one of my favorites here to end the verse.
When the nation knew you'd have children, it came as such a surprise. We really didn't know you'd had it in you. How you did it, we can only surmise.
Surmise is not usually the strongest song lyric, but I love it. Like, again, kind of hearkening back to the verse about, the nation, when the nation knew you had children, it came as a surprise. And then of course the classic Gillan, we really didn't know you'd had it in you, which is great.
Yeah, we get it.
It goes back to what was Bob Daisley's thing? Hide the salami.
The old in and out.
The old in and out. Now you see it, now you don't.
The song was about the old in and out.
Clever. But it's great. And, you know, the obvious line, you know, how you did it, we can only surmise, like, we can't even imagine how you had children. It's just impossible. How could somebody so pure and so great have children?
Well, you know, he slipped her the big greaser.
Oh, dude. Oh, that's incredibly unpleasant.
That's why I said it. Oh, I've been waiting to use that one for a while.
For 373 episodes.
No, I'm pretty sure that I
locked and loaded.
I'm pretty sure I said it somewhere else.
Oh God, maybe I blocked it out.
Probably just because it's so graphic.
I assume you're talking about John Travolta in Grease.
Oh geez.
Oh geez.
That's like more like Archie Bunker.
Oh geez, look at this. Eat it. All right.
Grease lightning.
Grease or lightning.
I don't even know who the hell I'm doing an impersonation of now. All right, anyways.
Right, here we go. Onward. So, typical Deep Purple solo section in that it goes to a different pattern. It goes to the A. It goes up from like the G to the A, and they kind of just drone on that for a little while and then go up a step. And I know in one of the books, or we might have talked about it when we did this episode 7 years ago on this album, but I think Ritchie did not like this guitar solo. He said it was like just knocked it out in one take and was like, whatever, it's a piece of junk, but I think it's great.
I mean, I kind of agree with Ritchie. I mean,
really?
It's uninspired. All of his playing on this song is. I mean, I'm listening to him on the right channel. He's just like, it's like there's, you know, I know that sometimes he does like very kind of like simple like rhythm lines and stuff like that, and he's done a couple of like fills here and there, but I mean overall, I mean you could just tell that it was like he's like, yeah, I'll just bang this out. I mean, it was a Ritchie solo, but I mean, was it bad? No. But I mean, was it great? No. I mean, it's only memorable because I've heard it a thousand times because, you know, this grew up with this album too, but you know, I just thought it was like an average Ritchie solo. I mean, we know he can do so much better, and I don't think that like every song has got to be, you know, like Light in the Black. But I mean, you know, it's like yeah, he could have done more.
I think it's great. I mean, I think it's great in the way that any solo he plays really is great. For him, yeah, maybe this is a bit on the pedestrian side, but I don't know, man. I love it. He does those that part. That's great. It's one of the only Ritchie solos I ever learned how to play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there's probably a reason.
Yeah, probably that I like the song.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm saying that it's just like it was just it wasn't. I don't think it's the reason being is that he's, you know, didn't put a lot of you know tricks or anything in there. Like it sounds like a solo that a like a beginner could learn, you know, and kind of hang on to it. Which I mean, I think is, you know, it wasn't too complex or too difficult, and he used a couple of tricks in his tool bag, but he wasn't going for anything like you know, crazy or difficult or inspired necessarily. But
there's John throwing shade at me, calling me a beginner.
When did you learn the solo?
Pretty recently.
All right, I thought you meant when we were. I thought you meant when we were kids. I didn't
No, I actually learned it because I found like a YouTube video, I don't know, like 5 or 6 years ago, and I was like, I'm just gonna learn the solo, and it wasn't, it's not very. It's one of those things that's not very complicated, and I can play it and hit the notes, but like it is hard to do with the panache that he has.
Right. Okay. So then I changed my assessment. Is that a guitar player can play it? You don't have to be. You don't have to be like above and beyond. You don't have to be a virtuoso.
A mediocre to intermediate player can play.
I thought you meant you learned how to play it when you were like 14 or something. I don't know.
No, I don't know if I could have played it then.
Well, you're pretty.
I probably could have played it better when I was in my late teens or early 20s than I could play it now.
Yeah, you were pretty good. I thought you were pretty good.
That was all right. So. Yeah, I mean, I dig that session. It's not like very complicated section. Doesn't do anything different. It's still driving me crazy with that. Maybe it's the Allman Brothers. Does that sound right? I don't know. It's
yeah, maybe you like when you say Cream, Allman Brothers. It's like something is coming to mind between the two of those, but it's like I can't think of it.
Yeah, I'll think of it after the episode. And I'll put it at the end of the episode so people can see what I'm talking about. All right, let's continue on.
You're not alone, but you're a long way behind the time. What we do in full frontal view is more honest than your clean up mind.
So, painting them as being more virtuous than her because at least they're honest about the way that they are living their lives.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Continue.
What I'm saying, Mary Long, is when you can spare a minute, go find your friend the pony lord, dig yourself a hole and jump in it.
So I like the I for the longest time thought it was go find your friend the pony lord, but it's porny lord, which I don't know if that was an English term. Like, was that like a term for porn star? That guy's a right pony lord, isn't he? Isn't
I mean, it could have been that, or it could have been a Gillianism. We could have just been like, all right, like somebody that likes porn, we'll call him a porny lord.
Unless he's talking about Lord Longford, I don't know.
Oh, it could have. I mean, was that guy? I can't say his name. Lord Longford was the real him. Was he caught with porn or something?
I don't think he had like anything super
porny,
or like I don't think he had anything like super scandalous, like as far as being like a huge hypocrite. Like, I don't know that he was ever caught out in anything like crazy, but from what the little that I've read about him, the interesting thing I read about him is that he was like an early advocate for the decriminalization of homosexuality. It's like in the 50s, he like was really like rallying behind this, but then he just kind of turned into a jerk, I guess, after that. And, yeah, so I guess after that he kind of had more. I get the feeling that this song is more about the Mary Whitehouse character than it is about Lord Longford, but
yeah.
But yeah, it sounds like he was a pretty complicated character, and I'm sure English listeners would have a lot more to say about him or a lot more knowledge about him. But I don't necessarily think he was a porny lord. Let's see. In 1972, he was made Knight Companion of the Garter. In the same year, he was appointed to the head group charged with investigating the effects of pornography on society, which published the controversial pornography report, the Longford Report.
There you go. So he was the porny lord.
Yeah, I guess so. He became known as a campaigner against pornography and held the view that it was degrading to both its user and to those who worked in the trade, especially women. Longford was also an outspoken critic of the British press and once said it was trembling on the brink of obscenity.
So, speaking of, all right, Follow me here. Speaking of porn, this is not going to go in a bad place.
Do I have to put a marker here in case I have to edit this out?
No. I just think it's funny because there was I saw like a video recently. It was like you get random like a TikTok or whatever.
Sure.
Of somebody, and they're talking about how they're a porn actor, adult film actor, and they they're just like, oh, people don't realize that it's really work, and it's more about getting the right shots and the right camera angles, and more than pleasure. So it's like, for us it's work. And at one point this particular guy was like, he said, well, I'm naturally quiet, and so the director was like, I need you to be more vocal. He goes, how do I do that? And he goes, pretend that you stubbed your toe, so you're going like, oh. Like, no, I'm like,
pretend that you stubbed your toe. Well, that's not what I do when I stub my toe. I'm just like, son of a. I start swearing. Like, no, that's not the energy we're looking for the scene.
Could you imagine that? He's like, all right, God damn it, my toe. Like, cut.
I get really mad.
Like, no, just think that you like stubbed your toe and you go like, oh, like that. And then I started cracking up. And then, but the other part of it too was like that. It's like, well, if that was me, I'd be like, son of a bitch, my toe. And they'd be like, no, wait a minute. Oh. But I thought that was interesting and funny insight, into like,
insight into the industry.
How do you get there? It's like, just pretend you like, like you banged your elbow. You're like,
funny bone. God damn it. What's funny about this?
Like, I pulled a hamstring, just anything.
All right, let's get back into it.
How did you lose your virginity, Mary Long? When will you lose your stupidity, Mary Long? How did you lose your virginity, Mary Long? When will you lose your stupidity, Mary Long?
So this is right. That's the double chorus or triple chorus, whatever the hell it is, at the end of the song.
Yeah.
And then obviously we're going to go into like the big outro here. But yeah, you're still unchanged from years ago. Not feeling anything from the song, really.
Well, I think that there's like some decent stuff in there. I always like the outro, but it's like the song as a whole. I mean, it was just kind of like, I always described it as like when I had one of those like albums when I was a kid, even if I didn't like it, it was like all that I had of like, if I had just bought this and I'd already heard like Machine Head and Fireball like 20 times over, I'd just listen to this because what else was I going to listen to?
Mm-hmm.
So, I would like, I would necessarily like hate listen to it or listen to it and be like, ugh, but it's just like, I would listen to it and just like inside just feel like, yeah, there's, I like Deep Purple, but this isn't necessarily my favorite. So,
gotcha.
Just kind of like, felt apathy toward it, but I always did like the outro section.
So interesting. Another thing about Lord Longford about he was instrumental, it says, in decriminalizing homosexuality in the United Kingdom. But then he was also he strongly disapproved of homosexuality based on his religion, and he opposed furthering gay rights. So that's kind of the interesting thing, right? Is like I guess that's why he's complicated. Is he did this. He made this really progressive move towards making homosexuality legal, but then was like, but I think it's horrific and people shouldn't do it, and I don't think they should have any more rights. So it's like, I guess you did a good thing, but you also kind of,
that doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it's weird, right? Like he recognized, I guess, it shouldn't be illegal because when you think about that, like that's like crazy in the age that we grew up, that it was actually illegal. Like I obviously you could not enforce that anyway. It'd be hard to police. But then he's like, but no more rights for you. Just that one right. We're just not going to arrest. It's like he makes this great move, but he's like, I'll tell you what, we won't arrest you for it anymore, but that's all. Like that's as far as we'll go.
But you really should knock it off.
Yeah, but knock it off. Reconsider. This is not good. So it's interesting that you would stop there, but I guess that's just the complication of the times, right? It's especially if this was like in the 50s. He did a good thing, could have done more, and I guess as times went on, he got a little bit more.
Well, who knows? Maybe there was
religion.
Maybe there was something in it for him politically.
It could have been.
And then, morally, he's just like, all right, everybody that's like gay now, you're fine, but like, just stop, like with no new ones.
Oh, hey, look at this. His anti-pornography campaign made him the subject of derision, and he was labeled by the press as Lord Porn.
There you go.
When he and former prison doctor Christine Temple Saville set out on a wide-ranging tour of sex industry establishments in the early 1970s to compile a well-funded report. So there you go. He is the porny lord.
Right. So, Gillen kind of did a little take on it.
I guess the only surprise with this guy, because what would certainly have happened now, or at least in this country, is that he would, of course, there would be revealed that he had some sort of homosexual affair for 30 years or something. That's like always the way that these sorts of things end if somebody's like against something like that. And for all we know, he did, but it was at least it didn't come out that I can see, and at least, from looking at his Wikipedia page.
Correct.
All right. So let's play it out here. Let's see how this goes. It's interesting because you would, in most Deep Purple songs, this would be an opportunity for them to trade off solos between John and Richie. But what we see here is really like an Ian Pace drum solo. This is like he's almost warming up for Burn in the background, going nuts. Gillen's doing this really. Roger's doing some great bass work, and then Gillen. What John and Richie are playing are the simplest parts. It's really Richie. I think it's really Ian, Roger, and other Ian that are doing the most interesting and the most like kind of ad-libbing in this, and Richie's just like down, and John's just kind of like droning on the organ.
Yeah, I mean, the whole thing just sounds low energy, droning. Like now that I listen to it, it sounds very slow.
The outro part or the whole song?
Yeah, no, this part, I don't know. I always thought it was like in my mind, I always thought it was faster, but listening to it, I'm just like, oh man, this kind of drags a little bit, like the tempo.
I think it's kind of like spiritually a cousin of Our Lady. It's like very, it's got that, it's atypical of what you'd expect of Mark II, either before or after this. Obviously, after is years later, but it's just not really what you'd expect from the band at this point. Kind of a quickish fade out, but then you've got with the fade out. It's funny, when you're fading a track, certain frequencies will start cutting through more, and you just really hear Roger on those octaves. Dum, 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 dum.
Yeah,
it's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I like that. Like they're little bits and pieces that are good.
Yep. All right. Well, I think what we'll do now before we have another spreadsheet to fumble with. Do we need new spreadsheet music for this?
I don't know, maybe.
Well, I mean, I can't make it now, but
yeah, make it now.
I feel like we need a new spreadsheet because it's a different spreadsheet. Well, it's technically the same spreadsheet, just a different tab. So while we fumble with that spreadsheet and figure out what we're going to do with the playlist, we will thank our next level of patrons. And that level, of course, is the foundation level, coming in at the £3.50 Deep Purple New York tier. And what could be more appropriate than Lord Longford himself? At the £3 aromatic feed tier, Simon Ford. At the €3.50 tier, Weston Supermare Pilgrim. At the 293 pence tier, we have
Blackmore Tights.
At the €2.50 Too Many Tears tier, Soldier of Fortune.
Too many tears.
At the $3.33 Halfway to Evil tier, Stephen Sharp. And at the $3 Nobody's Perfect tier, and the sender of this wonderful Led Zeppelin 1 CDR, illegal CDR, we have Peter Gardot, Ian DeRosier, Mark Roback, Stuart McCord, Ivan Fjeldbu. Oh, I forgot that one's doing that now. The abbreviation. Okay, Runar Simonson. Maybe we should have one of them do It's a Great Knife and one of them do If You're Norwegian.
It's a Great Knife.
It's a Great Knife. Ruinous Inadequacies, Corey Morissette, Ashley. Ruinous Inadequacies. No, I did that one already. Adam Cork, Tim Wood, Steve Down to Earth Kohler.
Make your love.
Michael, Matt in Vegas, Jesus Christ Superstar, Eddie Lyon.
Homosexual.
And Rosedale Tom. At the 19.31 kroner, cold, hard Danish kroner tier, we have Karsten Lau.
Cold, hard Danish kroner.
And at the $1 made-up name tier, the draws titties on the mausoleum wall. Tomb wall, we'll go with. Leaky Mausoleum, Stephen Somerville, the Kachano, 1999 Fanatic, Hank the Tank, Private Eyes, Ashen Lionel, Zwapper, The Electric Alchemist, Anders Engstrom, ICDC, Durple Purple, David Haddam, Graham Bonnets, Disco Pants and Haircuts.
I said, Graham, our audience expects you to be a bit more dirty.
Disco Pants and Haircuts, yeah.
I'm just going to put my guitar across his head.
And Sick Tone.
Where is she? Where is she?
Just about to close up the library.
All right. Well, you know what time it is.
Well, John's busting out the spreadsheets, and he's fumbling with the tabs. Oops, he sorted it the wrong way. Now he can't tell what is bad.
All right. So, John, you have Mary Long on your playlist, which is funny because probably won't end up on being on your final playlist, I think, for Who Do We Think We Are. I do not have Mary Long. So my decision that I have to make is, am I going to leave it off of my playlist, or am I going to replace Place in Line or Our Lady with Mary Long? And I think I'm going to replace Place in Line. So Place in Line goes bye-bye. Yeah. See ya. Mary Long goes there. So now my current playlist is Mary Long and Our Lady. Yours stays Mary Long and Smooth Dancer.
All right. So that's it. What do I do? Anything?
No, you don't have to do anything. Unless I don't know. Do you hate Mary Long? So is that something we can do? If you hate it so much, you just take it off your playlist?
Yeah,
but
you just one song. Yeah, but you just because it's on your playlist.
Yeah.
So I can't replace it yet.
It was randomly generated on your playlist. So.
Oh, okay.
This is episode 373. Mary Long. That's the first one added to my playlist overall.
Okay, so you wanted it. Okay, I get it. Yeah.
And you're hanging tight with Mary Long and Smooth Dancer.
Oh, okay, yeah. For now. All right. All right.
I feel like we gotta find that one again. Delayed. It would be too delayed a reaction. So yeah, I think we're gonna change Runar Simonson and Ivan Fjellbo to do the other halves of the jingles. I think that'll work well. All right, so I think I'll put it out there if there's any patrons that have any thoughts about Mary Long, they can send them in. We can maybe tack something together on the rest of the episode or something like that. But we did stick to the breezy format, John.
Wow, so breezy. It's been like an hour?
Yeah.
Oh, also, I would like to apologize earlier for when you wanted to read the patrons and I yelled at you. That was very not breezy of me.
I was thinking, John, not breezy.
I know. That was just me blowing through like a hurricane.
Exactly. Slow down. We gotta.
The attitude will be more breezy going forward.
Okay. Well, that's very big of you to admit that, because that was really been stuck in my craw the whole episode.
All right.
All right. Is that it? Do I power down the purple pewter? I don't know how to do that. I'll have to see if there's another way I can do that later.
Yeah, because if you do it the other way, it turns it on. So don't just throw in sound effects for the heck of it. You go, hang on, I could do it. There we go.
What is that? Yeah, that sounds like the and very fitting for the fact that it's Star Wars Day. It sounds like when they're starting to power up the Death Star laser.
Ah, okay. Or you could use something from Spaceballs. Speed. No, I don't know.
Never mind. I'll walk.
Yeah, there's got to be something.
Yeah. All right. Well, folks, we hope you're enjoying your summer, and we'll be back at you next week with maybe until we know for sure. Every week could potentially be the new album episode. So I was thinking it would be this episode, but maybe not. So, and in the event that we find out tomorrow that they are releasing the album, we'll have to just bump this one, and it won't be episode 373. And then won't we look stupid? All right. Well, we'll see you next week, folks.
Bye-bye.
If you like the Deep Purple podcast and would like to support the show, please consider joining our Patreon or donating on PayPal. Patrons get full access to the podcast, Discord server, ratings, spreadsheets, and live stream invites. You can also leave us a 5-star review on Apple Podcasts to help new people discover the show. You can follow the show on Blue Sky, Facebook, Instagram, or Threads. You can also check out the website at deeppurplepodcast.com for show notes and more. Contact us via email at John or Nate at deeppurplepodcast.com. Thanks for listening.